1017 pendant that appears identical to the one stolen from BP. So the allegation being you didn't only steal all this.
Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock in the stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a team from the Big 12, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
They might have a couple posts still up, but that appears to be it. You know, Shiesty still has a lot on it, so it's kind of hard to tell if stuff is gone from that. But if prosecutors can prove that they deleted stuff to potentially destroy evidence or try to fight the authorities,
the Knights will kick it away to start us off.
After the arrest for some reason, or after the charges, I don't really know, but it's something I've been.
Here he comes from inside his own 5.
It's refreshing because in this
North Carolina's offense is on the field for the first time today. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. We're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field.
Terrence Rogers, Kadarius Waters,
fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Committed kidnapping.
The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time.
Right, you hear like that they're together in the same room while there's other robberies going on. That's
and the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the UCF Knights offense will get the ball for the first time.
In furtherance of that agreement. I understand it. If convicted, each defendant faces a sentence of up to life in prison. This is getting pretty good. I mentioned this before, I'll mention it again. There was a
to adjust the pattern.
That was held yesterday.
Off the play fake on first down to throw.
It goes into some of the details.
Fires to the big fella.
United States of 31.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that with 2nd and 8 coming
This
up.
case really underscores the importance of standing up for crime victims, no matter who they are or where they come from.
You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Collaborative, investigative partnerships that we have, not only in the Northern District of Texas, but across the country.
Sophomore
We are all
stopping him
working
short
together
of the
to
first
make our
down
country
line.
safer. As far as victims go, we don't get into at this time for the victims. We're going to get into the victim stuff at this time.
Some
I think
push, to
that
get
will
some
be
running
coming out
lanes,
there that
get this
will
running
clarify
game
that
going. They're the ones that
at this
make it
stage
go.
of the investigations and stuff.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these.
One of the reasons I
But
wanted
start
to
to
list
add
off
up
some
down
of
the road.
the
Obviously,
evidence
you might
that
want
has
to think
been
about airing
uncovered
it out.
today. A lot of this was subpoena work, search warrant
They'll go
work,
to work
and
in
things
the
like
air on
that
2nd
in order
down.
to develop the investigation.
And he
So
really needed to hold on to that one,
the
but it was
agents
not
here
loose.
with me,
3rd down
the
is
agents
coming.
on the field, it takes
The
them a bit of time
physicality
to
of the
identify
secondary
who
on
did this
defense, that
offense and
defender
build a
got to
case
the
that we
football, was
feel
able to
comfortable bringing
separate the
charges. So
receiver
actually, that
from
was
the ball and
that's
did
pretty
it
quickly for
legally.
a federal
Beautiful
case
job.
that of this
Throws to the
gravity and this
wideout.
nature, and so I'm very
He
proud of the
can't make
investigative
the
work.
catch. Had
And
it
it will
right
continue
in his
from
hands, and
this
it'll be
office as well
4th
as the
down.
FBI and our
Man
local
down on
police
the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
They're facing a range. There's no mandatory minimum in this case. It's a range of punishment, and it'll be in the province of the judge, whoever gets the case.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Imprisonment. And
The
as you
Knights are
know,
moving
a lot
quickly
of
down the
will
field.
guide what's called the sentencing
Now from
guidelines
inside the
for
red zone.
the individual's previous criminal
Quarterback, and
history.
down he goes at
The
the
fact that one of
24.
these individuals committed
And
offense
this
while on
defense
home
has been
confinement,
so
actually serving a
impressive to
federal
watch. Look at
offense.
them get to the quarterback,
assuming
get the
that
sack. They
individual's
play so
convicted, that will be an
fast.
aggravating
It's like they have
factor for
12
sure.
men on the field. Another good
big
performance going
developments,
down right
big
now.
evidence.
Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Going to swing it on second down. Fires that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
What's up, boys? It's your boy, Sophomore Chopper. We got some crazy for today. Go back and watch my video.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Knights! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass.
The only thing that I changed for the fight with Canelo is
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
so tomorrow my house. We'll work out.
RPO complete to open the drive. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You usually get the passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And the Tar Heels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
So when my boxing worked out, I was just getting my body prepared.
Lopez to pass.
To, go to camp.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help UCF. They'll run the sneak for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And David, on third and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Tar Heels line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt. wants to make a play. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulders of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Yeah, but other than that, especially that ninth and he headbutted. I think he headbutted me on purpose. Did he? Yes. Really? Yes. I was like, man. And he was like, sorry, champion.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26.
Frustrated. Yeah. It's a fight. Like, anytime I'm in a fight,
off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Somebody hit me in the back of the head, or they hit me
buys a little extra time. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Here comes the offense on second down.
To win, it's up to this referee to step in, because if you don't, then I'm going to take another than anything, because I'm going to do the same thing.
We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far.
Yeah, don't lose your composure. That's your problem. Yeah.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter.
Really start separating. Really start pouring it on. I was wondering if you're going to stop them. In the 9th round, when you were cracking
so second down here as we're back at it after the break. Lopez wants to fire.
I'm like, man.
A strike downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10.
Give him a chance.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The belief I have in him.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat.
So you got to
makes the grab on the bounce. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
5'7" going up.
And the Tar Heels are on the move.
75. Like these big guys actually win.
They're going back to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think that's the
man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
I think after that fight, he's like, okay.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Because Bivol, not just big, but he's got that Russian style, right on the feet,
wants to go up top.
In and out. It's a difficult style.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And you outbox them.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here.
7, 54, all the way up to 68.
It's good.
That's right.
That'll bring him to within 4.
That's right. That's crazy.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
It was such a good fight to watch.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10.
Heavy puncher.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here.
There was this one move that
coming out on first down with the play fake.
Makes
the grab. It's Farmer. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
You got to beat him to it. You got to counter the counter at times.
Did that fight play out the way you thought it was going to play out?
The lone back's got it.
Exactly.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know,
man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
And
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Turkey, I said turkey. KB.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Looking at it, I'm just like, I can beat this. Like, my confidence is getting more and more and more. And his last fight in Saudi Arabia, I was like,
it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, he can't fight like that against me. Which he didn't.
From the gun, wants to pass.
His game.
Quickly complete. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
He wasn't, you know.
Going for the big play.
You know.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to
Purdy on the Jets. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Yeah, so I can see where he was
trying to power it in. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5.
Dignity intact. Just never get hit.
They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. It's in a world of trouble from the start and a massive loss on that play.
That is one of the best bunch.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Lopez to pass.
Your victory over him.
Looking for the score. Touchdown, UNC. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Now a victory.
I love finding the big fella down in the red zone.
Rare air.
You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let this big fella make you look really good as a quarterback.
It's very
love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to SMU. We've got our eye on this one. And
finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield.
Just let me know that
looking for a gap. It's Nixon. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
all you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
The Knights will have it 1st and 10. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Shakes off the defender. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles. They can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
He's going for the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead, they take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
It's the score that everyone thinks of Kevin. Every other, you can't do anything to make it harder. It's funny to the point where you'll pull off you'll go do a play or something. And it's over.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Touch the ceiling layup with his left hand and it just go in so easy, and it's just he just had to go sit down.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
He on purpose makes the game more challenging for himself just because he can't do this and then shoot this lefty floater on the right side.
Here's the return. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Recovered by the kicking team. Touchdown, Knights! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing.
It's different. It's different. They let me guard him one-on-one.
He'll start the return inside his
spot. He didn't allow it.
And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 45.
And shoots it over
the North Carolina offense returns to the field. So 8.5. This is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. We're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see some, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, get to the quarterback, get them on the ground.
Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Orlando. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports Studios at the Bounce House.
Oh man, you know, well, it is a big game. I would say Randy was the most talented.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin.
T.O. right there in the net. Marvin Harrison.
And the Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half.
Tate made it even harder. And
looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
And that's a hard thing to do as a receiver, but because you want to catch the football, you want to get upfield and make more yards, but sometimes you got to realize, I just got to toe tag that thing. I just got to get one in, get the completion. That was a missed opportunity right there.
See what that's all about. So we're going to be using him. Oh, I think I've used him twice before.
It's Farmer. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Finds him out of the backfield. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll run it from the gun. And some room to work. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
A lot of stamina. I'm just hoping that these body jabs are eating up as much stamina as like some body hooks. Because I know the hooks actually keep the stamina.
Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Off-play action on 1st down. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Out of goes punches here.
Trying to pound it in. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass.
Looking at, man.
And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral
It's
zone.
just
It was
like,
a free play.
he's able just to...
Offside.
His output. Is he gas? Absolutely not.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, you know, and the second one, you know, usually he takes me.
I really like to use the push because I know it's a little, it can be a little broken. Because if you can stand in it, it's to get in and finish you off.
These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
That's me. That's just me playing dumb right now. Kind of get back and I'm falling for him.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
Nice uppercut.
Off the play fake on first down. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted.
They got time here.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10.
He's going to like ripple up on these jabs.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Here.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity
That's
on
what I
that
want to see
throw?
from him. I want to see more of him just
They're
starting
dealing
out.
with a 2nd and long.
Now, yep, I'll keep blocking you like that if that's how you want to play it.
Here
You
comes
want
the
to
heat.
come in with full
And
jabs
the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Walk in, you're going to step into it
This
every time.
offense wants to get back in the football game. It starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
And he got a stun on him. Yeah, just lock in place.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Go ahead, sit down for me. Go ahead, sit down for me.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to run it. Oh, he just avoided taking a big hit with the slide.
He really wants to do
The Tar Heels will fall on their punt team.
with that.
A low line drive and not his best work. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive.
Okay, now he's learning. There we go.
On the move.
Yep.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. You know where to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The only thing that's concerning is not block hell, because I'm trying to
working that left side now. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came swimming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Let's just take our time. Listen.
They'll run it from the gun. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Creates a little room. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Grab behind the line. It's Ship. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here.
Next one should really be bleeding through.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Come back happen.
It's so unsafe. I need to be careful. I don't like on it, to be honest.
And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down.
There we go. Okay, if I can use it like that, that's okay. You really I gotta be really careful, because if he sidesteps it, or he gets a jab or try.
Now 3rd and long and trying to catch up in more ways than one after that earlier sack.
That's another reason why folks are so good. They just track so well.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups. They were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Give to the running back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Fires to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. With the catch, it's Farmer. Good solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Going to the running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Feed not only himself, but his entire family. But instead of that talent taking him somewhere different, he ended up sentenced to 5 years in federal prison behind a robbery and a shooting.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and
Instead of
long.
moving different, instead of staying down and rebuilding his career, he allegedly started teasing the big
over the middle. It's Thomas. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
What if I told you that
from the red zone, looking for a space? He's got him still on his feet. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
To another man. The irony, right? Because instead of staying down and dropping constant music,
now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned.
There's a lyric that caught people's attention. Quote,
and how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
That same father was alleged
and the D denied him on 2nd and goal.
Reportedly trying to slam him. As history shows, that's when that situation happened. It was
looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal.
Local news report outlets. Within the last
24 hours, intercepted. He's at the 50.
When you see something like that, people naturally stop connecting the dots.
He's at the 10.
Because when the page show up, it's usually not right. Originally,
not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Involving 2 young brothers who were
and this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, and build some momentum for some future games.
And they pick up the extra point kicker knocking right down the middle. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
So with that being said, make sure you like,
Brown wants to pass.
and subscribe. They
make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after I was doing my research, of course,
to the
he was
air
blessed
on
during
first
that
down.
time, had a huge presence.
That's caught. It's broke. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter. We're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? It's part of the fun, right? He just kept those big, powerful thighs turning, but he'll be knocked down at the one.
The grand jury indicted Stanley Andrews, 24.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal.
Of Rebecca Grant. She was 24 years old. Andrew was sentenced to life in prison. Rebecca was found stolen
had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. So they're on the 1 yard line. The incomplete pass on second down. Maybe you just try to drive it in on the ground this time. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
15 years later, in 2019, just a year before
touch pass to the receiver. And that is how we will wrap this one up.
They stayed on answer.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my team, Brian. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That will put the